Okay, let's go and jump to ranked games with the mage and see what we can do today. So we do start off with the Amethyst Steel, probably the best start we could have had. Now you're a hammer, on sale for 4. I kind of want to take super early. Now am I crazy to want to take this broom too? Because we could end up going for an empowered stack in mage type builds if we grab ourselves a cupcake staff. I'm kind of down for it, but let's go ahead and grab our garlic. Let's go ahead and grab the whetstone. And I am going to waste 1 gold roll. Because I do want to grab the piggy bank to smash open. As well as a banana. And we probably want the stone. A lot of items that I do want to grab. I'm not going to take the stone, I'm just going to take the piggy bank with the banana for now. And we could have sold our broom along with the whetstone to just take that piggy bank to smash open next rounds. Which would have been nice too. However, are we going to be able to take out this adventure? That's some big old hammer stuns. It is running out of stamina. With 1 big smack. We out stamina again, but hell yeah. Our opponent just didn't have enough damage to outpace us. Let's grab our piggy bank. Let's grab banana. Let's roll once. And let's go ahead and grab the storage. Now I'm also going to take the lump of coal since you're on the cell. For a bit of a buff. I'm not going to waste any more golds. Let's just move on with this for now. So we're going to use our hammer just to crack open some piggy banks to give us tons of value early on. And I'm hoping that we can find ourselves an early mana orb, even in early leather armor, so we get some power stacked up just a little bit easier. But can we take on this Reaper? With the storage coffin, you're going to be inflicting a lot of poison on us, and give a lot of HP to get through, and unfortunately, your hammer's just not going to be cut out for this opponent. If they didn't have that armor, we definitely would have won. We got a bunch of coins, and I am going to sell them. Now the question is, do we want to go for shielded? I kind of want to go for moon armor, would be kind of nice. But that's much later on. Double rainbow to duplicate some of our buffs could be kind of nice. Even on our Amethyst Steel, if we grab ourselves some bags, the puzzle bag improvements, we have a high potential to duplicate in insane amounts of empower. It's not that great for us right now though. Neither shielded, turn versus stun opponent 2 could be kind of nice. Or do we gamble? I'm actually going to gamble, and it does give us some gooblings. Let's go ahead and grab you though. Okay, second Amethyst Steel. I'm kind of... what? Now we did get slime time, so we probably want to start getting rid of our hammer, because we want to craft up a steel goober. Now unfortunately, we didn't get our second goobling, which we normally get with our slime time. We probably want to grab ourselves a shiny shell. We want to roll. And we want to grab ourselves a set of blueberries. But I'm going to take more storage. And let's keep rolling. And I would love to crack open another piggy bank. That'd be huge for us. But a steel goober is definitely the way we want to go. I'm going to sell our hammer for now. We could grab ourselves a Shelly too. So yeah, I'm definitely going to take Shelly. I'm going to take Shelly. I'm also going to put our lump of coal in as well. We could end up going for magic torch. But we kind of want to go for that cupcake staff, if possible. I'm going to take another piggy bank, and yeah, let's venture on with this. Let's craft up our Shelly. I didn't put our weapons inside our puzzle bag, just because it's going to eat up too much stamina. We should be able to start off with 60 block, which is kind of nice. Give us time to survive for that first 5 seconds. And we should be able to craft up a hero sword, which is going to be nice too. We should be able to inflict a small bit of blind with a broom. But that's a lot of vampirism on our opponent's side. So, we could be in trouble because they're going to heal for quite a bit every hit, and this Hunger Blade is going to scale up in damage, which each bit of vampirism. We did activate our health bot, but it's looking a bit dicey for us. There's one more smack from the Hunger Blade, and we just barely survived that. Holy moly. That was way too close. Now, speaking of crazy insane, that is a Dancing Dragon. We could go for a huge Dancing Dragon play. We still want to craft up our Steel Goober though. With Dancing Dragon, we could just take, because we're going to get access to more magic items thanks to the Mage's subclass, or thanks to the Mage's class. I mean, Dancing Dragon is going to be kind of nuts. So we're going to start off by grabbing ourselves a stamina sack. We also got ourselves the puzzle bag improvements, which I do want to take quite a bit too, because duplicating our Dancing Dragons of buffs is going to be nuts. I'm definitely going to be taking this. But I also want to grab both the wands along with the puzzle bag improvements. So for this round, I'm going to take our wand. I'm going to take our wand and I'm going to take these in the next round. But we should be in a pretty good spot, hopefully, potentially, awesomely. We should be able to start off with a spot a bit more max life. And with our Shelly inside our puzzle box, it should be going pretty fast as well. But we'll see. We are taking on a Hunger Blade with the Shepherd's Crook. I'd love to craft up that Steel Goobert, but Steel Goobert with the Dancing Dragon might not be the best because it will take up a little bit more storage. And we just want to stack up a bunch of magic items around that. So potentially we could just grab some Moon Armors. Then we get a bunch of block. And this one is actually putting up quite a good fight. That's for sure. We're starting to get some power, which is kind of nice since we do have 10 mana. But it might just be a little bit too late. And unfortunately, yeah, it is. So we end up losing our life. It is what it is. So let's go ahead and grab our puzzle bag of improvements. It gives us a second one. Holy moly. Well, I'm going to sell our Hero Sword. I'm also going to sell this too, because I'm going to take a second one. And it gives us a puzzle bag of energy if we do want to refund some buffs. But I think it's time. I think it's time we take our Dancing Dragon, which means we're taking out our Broom. It is what it is. And yeah, we got to move on with this. But this should be pretty decent, so we have the potential 40% chance to duplicate the buffs we get from our Dancing Dragon. Which is kind of nice. Definitely going to be nice. We start off with 6 heats, 6 luck, giving us 8.6 DPS right now. However, we are facing an Alms of Darkness with a Claws attack with a Broom, which is quite a bit of damage too, but hell yeah, not looking too bad for us. Now, Cat Spirit Companion is going to be straight up crits. Just crits on her Dancing Dragon. Hell yeah, I'm also going to take this to speed up our Dancing Dragon. I do want to grab more puzzle bags of improvements. So I'm going to sell that to take it for now. So now we have a 25% crit chance on our Dancing Dragon. We should also have a 60% chance to duplicate the heat. And look, it does give us. That's a block potion, which we probably should take, honestly. As well as going to speed up our Shelly, which is going to be really, really awesome. But we'll see how we get on. 10 luck, 10 heat means we're going to have 12 DPS. And we're going to have no issue with blind whatsoever. 25% crits means just a 25% increased damage overall. And smashing. Hell yeah. Now you're going to be another magic item. Again, we're going to take every single magic item because that's going to increase our Dancing Dragon's DPS quite significantly. Now, we still want to take our Gooberts because we could end up going for a Cupcake Gooberts and we could just straight up take another puzzle bag improvement. Technically, we could have the potential to get a 100% increase on this, which I'm kind of down for. So I'm going to venture on with this for now. So we should have the potential to get an insane amount of heat, insane amount of luck, and actually just crazy block because with both our Amethyst Steel, we can activate our Stone Skip bot, we get our power, and yeah, this is actually shaping out to be kind of a smashing build. Amazing even. Now we could take Rainbow Potion if we did want to, but I'm leaning more heavily towards Spirit Belt. Spirit Belt is going to be another magic item. It gives us more access to cats, and I kind of want 4 cats around our Dancing Dragon. So hell yeah, it's time for another Spirit Bells run. We're going to be taking them. Now Slime Time, Cupcake Gooberts, Magic Pet, giving us a bunch more heats. Hell yeah, that sounds crazy insane. But first of all, I do got to grab ourselves another puzzle bag improvements. Because that is 80% chance to duplicate on our Dancing Dragon. So we do want to grab our Gooberts. We're going to place it in this position as well. So we're definitely not going to be going for a freaking Cupcake staff. So I'm going to sell you, and I'm also going to sell you 2. Also another magic item which we could place in like so. We're not going to be making as much use of our Goobert as possible. Spirit Belt is going to be nice in this situation because it's going to give us a lot of damage reduction, especially with Slime Time and our little tiny Gooblings. Now we probably want to grab ourselves a Puzzle Bag of Love, but I'm still not going to because Puzzle Bag of Love with a Shelly would be smashing too. But right now, 22 heats, 22 luck. We'd rather get a little bit more luck because we get our heat. Because with our Cupcake Gooberts stacking up our heat, increase the damage on our Dancing Dragon significantly. Now the interesting thing is, Dark Frenzy, since we're going to resist a lot of our own debuffs speeding up, our Dancing Dragon is quite crazy, except if we make it too fast, that's going to be a bit of an issue. You're also armor we could take too, but I also really want to grab this eye lamp because the eye lamp is going to be a little bit more heat off the rip. Now you're still a magic item, which we could take. There's no point grabbing the Devouring Spear because we don't really want Fan Prism. Now Daedalus could be kind of smashing. It will use up our luck to regenerate stamina, but if we're going infinitely speeding, we can steal our opponent's buffs. I'm kind of down for it. I'm going to place it in this spot. We're not making as much use of our Cupcake Gooberts, but it's going to have to do. Do we want the armor? Honestly, not right now. Mana Orb is exactly what we want. Another Fanny Pack. Now, Flute is going to be a little bit of block, but we don't really want even more luck stacking. We just want heat. Infinite heat is exactly what we want. And we'll see. 30 heat, smashing. So with our Cupcake Gooberts, we should be able to speed up our Dancing Dragon while also getting that damage. We do want another activator for each side of the Cupcake. And that's 43 heat already. So it's kind of looking smashing. Hell yeah. Now we could just straight up take Time Melting. Time Melting with Spirit Balls is crazy insane. This is also going to give us more heats. Yeah, we gotta take it. That's just damage reduction for such a long freaking time. And we could go Null Blade, but that's not what we want either. Let's just take our Mana Orb. Let's take a Fanny Pack. Puzzle Bag of Love, we're not going to be taking. And we could take the Jin's Lamp. The reason to take the Jin's Lamp is a nice little activator for Cupcake Gooberts. It could potentially give us the ability to lamp our Dancing Dragon as well. It will, however, be taking another Fanny Pack, speeding up our cat along with a big old banana. We should honestly have our Slime Time down in this position. But yeah, we kind of do want our Jin's Lamp. Jin's Lamp is going to be kind of nice. I'm going to be rocking on with this. Mana Orb is going to be sitting in this position. I know we're losing out on one magic item beside our Dancing Dragon, but it should be okay. 33 heats. It's going to be really, really nice. We speed up everything. We just need, honestly, some way to keep our stamina up. But that's 102 crit, which is kind of crazy. But let's take our Jin's Lamp. Let's continue to roll. You're going to use up our mana to give us regen and heals. Now, having this inside our puzzle bag is actually pretty tough, so we probably want to move it out and have this in like so. So we can grab a set of blueberries. We can use up our mana for a bit of heal, could be kind of nice. Let's go ahead and grab this Fanny Pack. Refund some of our buffs. I think I'm going to sell our piggy bank at this point, so we can grab this too. Just for another magic item. It will use up our mana, but I think that should be okay. And the puzzle bag of energy, we could refund a lot of buffs, but not too pushed about it. We'll see how we get on with this. Now we are facing a crow with a squirrel archer with a chin up. They're going to be stacking up buffs. They're going to be trying to remove our buffs, but we got so much that I don't think it's going to matter too much. And hell yeah, 188 crit. This is kind of looking insane. Dancing Dragon is straight up nuts on the mage. And we do want to grab a Jin's Lamp. We want to grab our Stone Skip Bot. We want to roll. And that's that Dark Lotus if we want that. Yeah, so we really do want to grab this. Now I did change the position around just a small bit, so Mana Orb is going to be in a little bit of a different spot. But it is going to be targeting our Jin's Lamp, our Eye Lamp, as long with our Dancing Dragon. We should be able to get quite a bit of empower from this whole setup, speeding up our Shelly as fast as possible. And yeah, we're going to be rolling on with this. Did take our Dark Frenzy though. But it should be pretty good. We should have quite a bit of damage reduction with our Spirit Balls. We should be able to get lots and lots of damage with our Dancing Dragon. That's a 90 crit, 94 crit, and not close whatsoever. Now in terms of damage, we managed to get about a 72 DPS at this point in the game, which is kind of smashing. Dancing Dragon is straight up nuts. Now in terms of heals, we managed to get 32 healing per second. And in terms of block, 150 block, which is not too crazy. But we'll see how we get on. If we grab ourselves a Moon Armor, we should be in a pretty good spot. I'm not sure if we do want Ice Block. Let's grab our Spell Skull. Let's grab a bit of storage. Another Puzzle Bag of Energy. Not going to be taken. Another Mana Orb will be taken though, and that is Excalibur if we do want it too. But let's keep rolling. You duplicate our buffs. Do we even want the bird? The bird's duplicate our buffs could be kind of nice, but honestly, all I kind of want to do is take another Dark Frenzy. Take another Dark Frenzy and just move on. And try to grab ourselves another Dark Lotus. Because with the heats and Dark Lows, we're going to be removing our opponent's buffs. It's going to be using up our luck, so we guarantee that we get our heat. It's going to help our stamina. And smashing. It's going to help us get a big mana buff too, which is really awesome. Let's go ahead and grab it. Let's keep rolling. And again, there's no point crafting up that Devouring Spear. Another one could be more in power stacking, which could be kind of nice. Because it does use up our luck. So I'm going to take it. Let's grab a small bit of storage. Another puzzle bag. Not going to be taking those. Not today, and we just want a stamina stack. Now, is there any way we can do 100%? There is if we take out this fanny pack. I'm going to be selling our stamina stack to grab it. So I did move our whole set around. So we're going to have a 100% chance to duplicate our buffs for Dancing Dragon. Means we're going to get double value on this. Which could be smashing. We should have 5% chance to duplicate the buffs on this. A little bit duplication on this. And 40% on our Cupcake Goobert, which is going to be amazing. But I'm still going to roll. And with that, we're going to move on. So we did put our little Goobling in between our Slime Time with our Jin's Lamp, because it's going to be super fast activator. We have 47 heat, 59 heats, and 74 heats, and it's still going upwards. And it's looking pretty darn decent. Just keep removing opponent's buffs. Hell yeah. I don't think this is going to be close whatsoever. Now we could go for Null Blade. I promise Null Blade, which I'm not going to be taking. Another puzzle bag of energy. Now Lantern Berry actually use our mana to cleanse debuffs and give us luck and regen. Still don't want them. Another Dark Frenzy. We could also grab our armor. Still think I rolled up. Now we're just getting all the fanny packs in the world, which is not really what I want. Bloody Amulet could be kind of nice if we did take that armor, because we would get scaling in power. Or we could just grab ourselves another Stone Kapot. We could just get rid of our Shelly altogether. Well, I'm down for taking him. Let's roll again. Let's go ahead and get rid of our Shelly as I roll continuously. Now, Badger Spear. Yeah, it's going to be too good not to take, because you're just going to be straight up max life stacking, which is literally perfect for us. Literally perfect. I do want to take you, so I'm going to just continue on with this for now. So we should be able to get quite a bit in power, up to 8 in power, which is nice, increasing the damage on our Dancing Dragon just a little bit more. We should be able to get our heats. We do resist a lot of debuffs, making this opponents not too scary, which is kind of smashing. Now another Dark Lattice. Hell yeah, I'm going to be taking it. Let's grab our Badger. Let's continue to roll. Another Jin's Lamp could be kind of crazy. So since we do have our spell score go up, we might not even need our banana in right now. We could still place it in this spot, because you're going to give us more max life, which is exactly what I do want. We can use the Encyclopedia Darkness to give us more max life, or to give us more mana, to try and get a big mana buff bomb. But we probably want to grab as much Jin's Lamps as possible, because each Jin's Lamp has potential to actually just give us even more damage with our Dancing Dragon. But it does take us time to stack up our buffs just a little bit. So it might be a little bit tougher to actually lamp. With 70 heats, and that's 220 crit. I mean, Dancing Dragon is just straight up nuts. We got another Dark Lettuce, Dark Lotus. Let's go ahead and grab our Jin's Lamp. Can't stop calling it Dark Lettuce. You're just going to be instant mana off the rip. Being on sale for 7 is crazy, and we could just go for Prismatic Wand. Well, we're going to be taking it anyway. Still going to roll though. We could try to go for another Del Lows. It needs to find a run to craft, so we're probably not going to get this online. And the question is, do we want to grab ourselves 8 mana off the rip? 10 mana off the rip could be kind of nice. We would lose a little bit of heat, but I'm also kind of down for that, to be honest, because get their mana off the rip, trying to get a big mana buff bomb. All we need is our spike stacking. But I'm going to take you, I'm going to sell our wand to keep rolling. And that is another Prismatic Orb. Well, you're not going to be taking that. I'm definitely going to be taking that, because we're going to be activating 20 mana off the rip, potentially. So we should be able to get our big mana buff bomb a little bit easier while we still have block. So we can lamp like crazy, deal massive damage to our opponent. He's looking a bit scary with that double X, but hell yeah, not close whatsoever. Although that's another freaking Badger. Now, do you want to grab a Prismatic Orb? And it does kind of want to sit in here. 8 mana with another 4 mana. But if we place you inside, that's going to be 10 mana, 20 mana off the rip, which is smashing for sure. We do need to put our set blueberries down below so we get max value on our Dancing Dragon. We just continue to roll. Let me just roll again. Haven't seen this much Dark Frenzies in an insane amount of time. So I'm going to sell it. Let's roll again. And I wouldn't mind it grabbing a little bit more storage at this side so we could just stack up a small bit more mana. Right now it's still only 10 mana. You have a chance to duplicate some of it, which is kind of nice. But we'll have to see if this is going to be good enough. One more roll. We sell our eye lamp. We roll one more time. And we might as well take you, just for a small bit more heals. And from a slime time, real MVP being the Dancing Dragon with some Amethyst Steel. Yeah, we were definitely favored to win once we got this. But 100% duplicating buffs, giving us about 40 to 50 heats at the very beginning of the fight. He's straight up nuts. And with a Cupcake Goobert going crazy fast, along with our Dead Losses, we just steal our opponent's buffs, keep our stamina up, stack up our mana, get a big mana buff bomb, and then just lamp our Dancing Dragons. The only way this gets better is if we had more Cat Spirit Companions to stack up our crits, because 25% crits is a little bit low on the lower side. I'd love to have 50 to 75%, but we'll see. Is this really going to be good enough? We're going to slow it down. We are taking on a big Pyromancer. With the Broccoli Gooberts, they're going to get invulnerability, they're going to be duplicating their buffs. This Bloodthorn does have quite a bit of duplication, however, we're dealing some big damage. We should be able to explode our big mana buff bomb, lamping our Dancing Dragon, 76 heat, increasing our damage by insane amounts, and has 167 damage non-crit, and a 330 crit. There's just no way. In terms of damage, we managed to get about 144 DPS, even with opponents' invulnerability. In terms of heals, we managed to get about 50 healing per second, being our Cupcake Goobert providing 30 healing per second with our Scripture of Light, with our little Gooblings, all adding up, which is not too bad. 72 max health gained with our Badge Spirit, and in terms of block, 240 block from just our Stone Skin Pots, as well as our Amethyst Steel. But overall, we did survive with 5 days left, so let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get. Plus 14, our rank us up a decent bit once again. But anyways, I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And hope to look up for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in some round 18 fights. And we're going to see how this Dancing Dragon can do in some round 18 fights. I mean, we are taking on a chin-up mage. They're going to be trying to steal our buffs. But can they steal all this heat, all this luck, all this empower? They're actually doing quite a big job dealing some damage to us, but not close after all. And can we take on this meta Berserker build? With the Cheese Gooberts, they're going to be trying to steal our buffs with Tim. They're going to be stacking up lots of max life. But are they going to be able to stack up more max life than our Dancing Dragon deals damage? Because they do have 48% damage reduction, but still, our Dancing Dragon does about 200 damage. And finally, can we survive going to begin Burning Blade Dragons? They're going to be doing lots of damage, making it a little bit tougher to lamp our Dancing Dragon. However, I think we got there. It's going to be doing some big damage, 258 crit, and still smash it.